My point is, how do you become a good interviewer? How do you improve as an interviewer?
Okay, I actually do have a lot to say. Yeah. Good question, sure. Because this is something I feel like...
Not the cliche one.
Yes, not the cliche one. Number one thing, study. अभी क्या हो गया है कि लोग पढ़ाई करके नहीं जा रहे हैं. In fact, like, when I was... So, like, I was shooting something for a new series, and every time I said something to this person, like, oh, I saw this, oh, I know this is your favorite film, and they were like, how? And I'm like, because I actually studied. Or like, if you see actors are giving a lot of out of context answers or explaining or over explaining themselves, it's because they think that the interviewer doesn't know, and then very often I have to go like, no, I do know about this. Like, I of course I know about your work, or of course I know about your, that, this is something that you like and dislike.
Correct.
And they're like, oh, okay, how? And I'm like, because I studied. I've watched a lot of your interviews. I've seen your body language. I've seen your style of how you, the kind of questions you enjoy, the kind of things you like talking about. So of course I've not come ill prepared. That's number one. Feel like that's a golden mantra in life. Anything you want to do, job interview, you want to, you're dating someone and you want to sort of make them feel like they're heard and understood. If you're, I don't know, with your family, if you're in any situation, if you're going to meet someone important, if you're going to be in front of celebrities, if you study, which means that if you've taken the time out to understand that person, observe that person, learn a little something about them, it will always hold you in really, really good stead. So
Noted.
Yeah, that is number one. Number two is be yourself. Okay, so honestly, I know at the beginning of this interview, I said don't come across like a fan and thing. I still stick by that because I feel like that energy is not giving you great answers from the person in front of you. But if that works for you and that's what you are comfortable doing, do it. So be yourself, be your most authentic self. Like, try it at least. Like, what is the worst that will happen? After a few, that you'll realize, okay, ये मुझको अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, ये ठीक नहीं लग रहा, ये ज़्यादा overshare हो रहा. So, whatever. But try at least as much as possible to be yourself. Third is, and I know this is a difficult one, but I feel like for interviewing, you need to have a little bit of confidence. Okay, and confidence isn't something that any of us, I feel like, are born with. Yes, of course, there are people from a very early age who've been on stage and who, have been sort of, pushed into that space. So they appear more confident by the time they're adults. But confidence is only a lot of us sort of centering ourselves and knowing that, okay, we know what we're talking about and what we're here to do. And that energy will come off. So that also comes from studying. So if you've studied, you'll automatically be a little bit more confident. Just like you are for your exams, right? आप पढ़ाई करके जाओगे तो आपको भी पता है कि exam में मैं थोड़ा confident हूँ. So that confidence actually comes from making sure that you've dressed well or dressed correctly for that situation. You've studied, you've centered yourself. You know that you want to be yourself with this person. So that confidence comes from there. If you can, and fourth, dress well. Dress for the brief that the brand has given you, that your show demands of you, that the situation demands of you.
Very important.
Because 99% of the time, if you are comfortable and confident in what you are wearing, the way you look, people say, oh, I don't care about how I look, I'm not that shallow. But when it's on camera, especially, everyone gives a shit, yaar. Please. Like, you want to seem like, like you looked fine. So if you dress, that also that confidence kind of automatically comes through.
It shows.
These are my few golden mantras. Padhai kar lo, be yourself, dress well, and then use all of that into exuding a certain amount of confidence.
Lovely. That's my reel.